One of my favorite rookies to watch this year has been Ruben Hyppolite. This guy has been really damn good for the Chicago Bears. And what I wanted to do in this video is kind of break down exactly how good he looked throughout these first couple of preseason football games. Now, the first thing we notice is the offense is in 12 personnel. You got one running back in the backfield. You also have two tight ends up here to the left, right? Now, we're going to see a gap open up here for Noah Sewell, but we're going to see a great job here getting into the backfield as well by Ruben Hyppolite. Now, he's the second guy there. Noah Sewell does a great job, right, getting in finding that hole as the offensive line overpowers to the right, right? Look at the gap. Great job by Noah. But then again, look at the ability to read, react, and attack by Ruben. Again, he doesn't just run into this brick wall of offensive linemen and defensive linemen. He jumps, gets into the hole, and helps out his teammate with a nice little tackle there. Again, Ruben is one of those rare rookies that already plays with that style, that anger, that motor that you just want out of a linebacker. But my favorite thing about him is his ability to read, react, and attack without overcommitting certain running lanes. Again, whenever you see these linemen start to power to the right, a lot of linebackers like to just boom, fill the gap or get into the hole or try to get something, right? But instead of doing that, he waits for that hole to open up organically, which is exactly what Noah Sewell does, and that's how you make plays in the running game. I feel like he's already a very natural linebacker, and they're going to have a lot of fun with him in that second level of their defense. So we're going to break down the film from preseason, all the games. Before we dive in, comment down below another player that you want me to break down, and we'll do that video ASAP. Hit the like button, subscribe. Let's dive in. All right, here's another one. Again, we see 21 personnel. You got two backs in the backfield, one tight end in line to the right. Ruben Hyppolite is in the middle of your field, kind of your Mike linebacker, as you wish, right? So right here again does a really good job reading the pre-snap motion here by the fullback or the tight end, whatever you want to call him. And again, watch him, instead of just attacking a gap here, he waits for this running back to make a decision. He's going to kind of shuffle, and then he's going to find that gap, getting into that the backfield of the offense. He makes a play. Brick wall, makes first contact. Great job. They get no pickup on this run. Again, Ruben, so good at reading, reacting, and attacking. Doesn't seem like a rookie at all, which is one of my favorite things about him, man. He already seems like a veteran. He seems like he's been here, he's done that, and one of the biggest reasons they loved him coming out of college, it's translating perfectly to the NFL level. All right, another great play here, guys. They're going to motion this guy kind of in line, but they're kind of crack tossing this out to the left side. They're going to get instant pressure off the edge, which is going to force the running back to kind of change his trajectory inside. And this is why I like Ruben. Once again, watch his ability to just keep his eyes locked in on the running back, okay? And very good trait to have as a linebacker. So as this ball is snapped, boom, looks like everything's going to the outside, but we have a great edge down here, setting the edge, forcing him back up the field. Now we can see a lot of these guys like to just overcommit down because we know it's a pitch. We know their main plan is to get him to the outside. But since he's locked in on the running back, while this guy's locked in on the tight end, right, he understands he's going to have to play that middle lane, right? He doesn't need to overcommit here, right? Does a good job disengaging from that block, getting back here and making another play. Again, dude, he doesn't feel like a rookie at all. If you told me, watch this guy's film, didn't tell me his name, didn't tell me his number, didn't tell me anything about him, right? Everyone looked the same, I would say, yeah, this is probably like Bobby Wagner, dude. This guy just looks like a veteran. Great job. Again, maybe they pick up 2 yards on this play, but man, it could have been a lot worse. Could have been a lot worse. I'm very high on Ruben Hyppolite. Let me know what you guys think. Another really interesting play here. We see 12 personnel. You got one back in the backfield, two inline tight ends. Now this is going to be an interesting play here. They're going to run a play action. They're faking it to this side. We're going to get a bootleg out to the right. Normally when you have a bootleg, your field gets cut down into a half, usually even a third, because quarterbacks don't tend to throw cross body. It's just very risky. So what we're going to see here is kind of like a crosser up the field. We're going to see this pre-snap motion into basically that route right there. We're going to see corner route, and then we're also going to see this late leak into a shallow cross by Jared Wiley. Now, as this play occurs, The plan for the offense is to get these second level defenders to bite down on this play fake and allow one of these routes just to break open, whether it's that route or it's this route, getting behind those second level linebackers off the play action fake. So as we see that, again, the linebackers start to shift over to the motion side, which is what they're supposed to do, right? But boom, as this happens, look at Ruben do a really good job. Eyes are on the running back, eyes are on the quarterback, and he knows quickly, he understands quickly that this is actually a pass, gets into it. Now, this is tough because you got levels. You got this row here, right? So this guy's kind of got to back up a little bit. Ruben's got to be able to make up some ground here and not allow this route to get up the field for a 10-15 yard pickup, right? Now, they do end up dumping this down, and Ruben does a great job staying in front and not allowing him to turn up this field for extra yardage, right? Does a good job changing direction, stays in front, makes the tackle. I know you don't want to give up those 5 yards, but this is a tough play, man. Very tough play. I feel like he does a good job figuring it out early and not late enough. Right, so good job. Good job there by Wiley. Really quickly, guys, do me a big favor. Hit the like button if you haven't already done so yet, but also subscribe to the channel. It is completely free. It doesn't cost anything, and we will be covering the Chicago Bears throughout not only the regular season, but also the offseason. So next 17, 18, 22 weeks, whatever it may be, we're going to be covering this team. Offensive film, defensive film, individual player breakdowns. We've got you guys covered. Join the family if haven't already done so yet, and turn on those post notifications. That way you're notified every time we post a video. One of my favorite plays all preseason by Ruben Hyppolite. Looks like a beast. 21 personnel. Again, if you don't know personnel, 2 running backs in the backfield, always representing that first number in personnel. The second number represents tight ends on the football field. So again, you got 21 personnel, 2 backs, 1 tight end. Look at this. They're going to hand this off this way to Jalen Wright. Watch him find the gap, attack it, and just be a playmaker in space as a defender. Right, again, boom, handoff, finds the gap very early. Our defensive linemen get double teamed initially up front. We get a one-on-one here, which means boom, let's attack this gap if running back is coming in this direction. Look at, set the edge, force them back up the field, right to Ruben, who follows this thing up. Great job in the backfield. We will show you the other angle of this too, but just, man, he's a heat-seeking missile out here. Absolute monster. Very excited about his future with this Chicago Bears team. They lost Jack Sanborn to the Dallas Cowboys this offseason. They have a lot of guys that they really do like, don't get me wrong, with Edmonds and Edwards. But this is a guy right here that I think plays with that edge that you want. Now, I don't know, he probably won't be a day one starter, but he is a guy that plays with a low center of gravity. He's got really good sideline to sideline speed. Again, look at his ability to fill this gap, get right through, and make a play. Plays violent, plays physical. Very excited about this dude. Another good job reading, reacting, and attacking on this play. This time he is the will linebacker or the weak side linebacker, however you guys know it. And right here, they're going to get an inside zone with the pulling tight end to the outside. He's going to pick the inside zone, right? The A gap, essentially. And Ruben does a good job, again, not over-committing. Originally, it looks like with this pulling tight end that this could be to the outside. And instead of really over-committing to the outside, he waits for the running back to make his decision, which is up the middle. He quickly gets back, and he is the guy there to slow down that run a little bit. They still pick up 5-6 yards on that play, but ultimately, Ruben makes another good stop, at least in my opinion. So, make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe, join the family for more of these videos. I'm going to end it here, but don't worry. There are a lot more Bears that I want to cover from preseason. We've got a lot of time. We got about a week and a half, okay? So, Austin Booker, Luther Burden, Colson Loveland. Who do you want me to break down next? Let me know in the comments. Hit the like button, subscribe. Comment down below the number 1 if you made it this far in the video. I want to see how many of you guys stayed to the very, very end. Let's end it here. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.